Every US state explained in 20 minutes. Now, I'm really excited to check this one now. I just got back from the US. For those of you guys that have been keeping up with my channel, will see that I did an update video talking about why I didn't post for 2 months because I was in the US. And I didn't get to go to all the states, but I'll be I'm way more curious now on like just what each of the states are like. So we're gonna get like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a quick summary over road to 60k. As you can see the live count on the top right or top left side of the screen. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also turn on those post notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. And of course, like the video, guys. But guys, look, we're gonna get straight on into this one. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Let's go.
America, the land of the world's premier Walmart shopping, McDonald's consuming, gunslinging, lifted truck driving, Trump voting, and yet somehow also blue-haired population. Divided into 50 diverse states with everything you could possibly imagine, from the gleaming skyscrapers of New York and the deep depths of the Grand Canyon to, you know, Baltimore. The point is, this country's got it all. And with a whole heck of a lot going on all at once, I thought I would make the perfect video breaking down each and every state just for you, because, I mean, this is a weird country. You need the explanation, I'm sure. So let's get started, shall we? Alabama. You probably know Alabama for some great reasons and some not so amazing ones as well.
I'm the oldest of 3, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life.
Need I say more? Sadly, Alabama really is one of our poorest states, but they're really good at football. It's kind of a religion down there. The whole University of Alabama thing they got going on. That is truly, they worship that place.
American football, right?
The whole southern region of the country.
Yo, Americans are so funny to me. Like when I see some of these videos, I'm like, yo, this place isn't real. Obviously, I've been there, so I know it is real. But some people are actually like that. Is this like normal?
The whole southern region of the country, and especially Alabama, are known for having really good hospitality, pecan pie, grits, and sweet tea. Take that as you will. I mean, those are all good things, I suppose. You know, I think the South is also known for some other things too, but we're gonna skip over that. Alaska, our formerly Russian refrigerator, is truly one of
ain't that like the whole Civil War stuff, the US, you know, that flag in the background, and they were in support of slavery, I think. I don't even know about that much about US history. I need to watch some videos on it, but you guys let me know, man, because, and from what I hear about Alabama, like Alabama's like, I don't know, people and their brothers and cousins, and you guys know, I'm trying to be careful on YouTube. Look, I don't know if that's true. You guys let me know. I'm just saying that's what I've heard. Like, obviously, I'm watching the video to find out a little bit more, but I'm just saying that's what, you know.
Other things too, but we're gonna skip over that. Alaska, our formerly Russian refrigerator, is truly one of the most gorgeous states in the entire country, I promise you. But it is also just that, a refrigerator. I mean, if you live in Alaska, you're really taking living in Timbuktu to a whole other level. These people are some of the most secluded humans on Earth. I can almost guarantee your closest Alaskan neighbor is gonna be that Coca-Cola mascot who lives 2 miles down on the ice-covered dirt road. And here's a fun fact: every single year, the people of Alaska actually get paid by the government to live there. This year, the payment was $1,702. Arizona. In my mind, Arizona is known for 3 things. You got cacti, the Grand Canyon, and being hell on earth.
Wow, 750 degrees in Gila Bend right now. And 1,270 in Awatuki. Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't look...
No way those are real. What, are you serious? 2,960 what? Fahrenheit times 20,000? Like, even when I was in Cleveland, like the highest they probably got was like 85 degrees Fahrenheit. What is, no way that's real. Surely a volcano is erupting, given that sort of, you know, surely they dip the I don't know, the temperature recording levels, whether into a volcano. Like, that's crazy. Are you serious? 270 that's gotta be
in
fake.
Awatuki. Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, they don't look good either. And frankly, Wickenburg is a total loss.
God forbid you accidentally drop your groceries anywhere in the state of Arizona, because there is a 0% chance of survival. Your milk's about to evaporate and your eggs are about to fry on the side. I'm not even kidding. People do cookouts in their cars, like just on the dashboard. It's actually kind of incredible. Arizona's also just one of those states that a lot of retirees like to...
No. You guys... link some videos down in the comment section below, guys. I need to see some of those videos. No way. No way they're doing
It's actually kind of incredible. Arizona's also just one of those states that a lot of retirees like to flock to, you know, for some reason. I guess the weather's nice, like, in the nighttime. Daytime, though, you're literally cooked. But then you obviously have some pretty cool natural places in Arizona, like you got Sedona and the Grand Canyon. Arkansas. This state primarily consists of Bill Clinton and Walmart.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Those are the 2 things I know from Arkansas. The rest of the state's basically Alabama Junior. I am now wanted in Arkansas.
Alabama Junior.
I mean, what more could you possibly need to know than the fact that Queso's from there, and there is a city called Goobertown.
Negroes built like a 1x1 Lego piece. What even is a 1x1 Lego piece?
I don't even know who that is.
Yep, you're banned. Have a good night.
I just gave you the spark notes of the state. You know, you probably have heard a lot of people say Arkansas is a place where their people are a little bit more on the heavy side. Is that true? Yeah, it's kind of true. It is one of
No, I gotta see that stat. I gotta see that
a little
stat.
bit more on the heavy side.
No way,
Is
are they
that
the number one
true?
state?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh, okay, guys. We gotta look into these, bro. We gotta look into these, man. Percentage of adults with obesity in the United States as of 2023 by state. West Virginia, Mississippi, Arkansas. Is that how you say Arkansas? That looks. You should pronounce it as Arkansas. Okay, that is what that looks like. Arkansas. So Arkansas has 40%. Oh, that's almost 1 in 2. Even that is incredibly high. And I'm sorry, like in the US, you guys are just larger. Like the big in the US is different to big in Europe, man. Because big in the US is big, like, and if Arkansas is up there, then damn. West Virginia number 1 though.
Where their people are a little bit more on the heavy side. Is that true?
That's
Yeah, it's kind of true. It is one of those places that is kind of underrated for like nature and scenery and stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff going on in Arkansas. I've actually driven through Arkansas. The people there are like super nice. California. So it turns out they made a state out of a GTA 5 online lobby. It's California. You're not surprised. I mean, California is truly a state of two tales. Like you have the ritzy Hollywood, Beverly Hills, rich millionaire lifestyle.
And the poor
where
area,
the celebrities are from there. You got the movie productions and the TV shows and the ritzy.
I heard the
and then
homeless.
you also have like everybody else in the state. Obviously, that's hyperbole, but you know what I'm trying to get at here. California does have its fair share of issues, including homelessness. Like
That's
you
what
hear
I
a lot
heard.
about homelessness in California. It's not capped.
I heard about
Like,
that.
There are a lot of homeless people in California.
Ooh.
It's like you hear a lot about homelessness in California. It's not capped.
Ooh, guys, look, see, I did maths in college, yeah. So I love stats. I love all of that. I even lean more into statistical modules. Listen, 181,000. This is the top 10 most homeless people. We're top 10 states with the most. I can't read. See, this is why I did maths, because I can't read. These are the 10 states with the most homeless people. Okay, California's number 1 by far, and New York 2. I have heard when I came to the US, people did mention that, like, okay, you got Beverly Hills, nice areas in that, but the homeless stuff in California, you guys let me know, because you guys let me know, because I've only heard things. You guys let me know what you've seen and experienced, because I've heard of it's bad.
Like, there are a lot of homeless people in California. So yeah, California obviously does have its problems, but it is easily the most important state in the entire country. It's got the largest population, biggest economy, like half of our companies are there. The Bay Area alone has like YouTube, Facebook, Apple, probably like 1,000 other ones. It's also a gorgeous place.
Is that Silicon
I mean, you can
Valley?
see the beaches, the national parks, the trees. There's just like so much going
I'll
on
go
there.
to
Your
the
house
beach
might
in
burn down or
Cali.
get destroyed by an earthquake or some combination of the two happening at the same time. But it's still a good place. So is California really that stereotypical place where all the dudes say "saw" and all the girls have a Valley accent?
Yes.
Yes. Colorado's actually.
Hey, just the Valley accent. If you saw my reaction to the Brits reacting to our British opinions on American accents, I feel like most Brits find the Valley accent so obnoxious. Hey, Michael, like, what are you doing today, Michael? Like, I'm trying to go to Chipotle and, you know, have some, like, take me. What's that place in the US that people just like rinse? Like, it's just what I've heard. Oh, I forgot the name of it. It's like Evergreen, or like that place, like. It's like extortion. They charge extortionate amount for a smoothie. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment down in the comments below, because it literally flew over my head. But yeah, Valley Girl accents, I can't stand a Valley Girl. Nah, do you know, I gotta hear it in real life, actually. Once I hear it in real life, then I'll be able to judge. I feel like I gotta come back to the US and go to LA, man, just so I can hear that accent.
It's where all the dudes say
flesh.
"saw" and all the girls have
Shout
a
out
Valley
to all
accent.
of you guys from there.
Yes, Colorado. Colorado is actually the least obese state in the country, so they are obviously national traders. When I think of Colorado, I think of snow, mountains, skiing, that kind of thing. I guess it's like our own like little Switzerland, or maybe big Switzerland, because you can fit like 6.5 of them in there. But Colorado is also known for Denver and being higher than everyone else in 2 ways, actually. You know, they are literally like a mile higher than everyone else elevation-wise, and they really like pot, so there's that too. Connecticut is known for being hard to spell. Respectfully, that is all I could think of. So I asked ChatGPT to come up with a joke for me, and I got, Connecticut is the hallway of New England. People just walk through it to get somewhere else, but they stop and say, "Hey, nice tolls you got there." Right, moving on. Delaware. I'm sorry we got 2 of these in a row, but you cannot convince me that anything happens in Delaware. Delaware's greatest achievements are that it was the first state, which they still tout on their flag to this day, and it was the birthplace of Joe Biden. Oh, no, wait, actually, Joe was born in Pennsylvania. I guess he just lived in Delaware for some reason. Also, apparently, people like to start businesses in Delaware without actually being in Delaware. Probably tax reasons for that, as for everything in life. Florida. I mean, let's be real here. Right. Florida could be a video on
I went to Florida.
Every crime imaginable has been committed there. I mean, you can see it for yourself. And don't even get me started on the annual great spring break migration in which half the country just flocks to Florida for some reason. The beaches look like that. It's scary. Florida also just so happens.
No, that's insane. You know, I was in Florida just before spring break, and I really wanted to experience what spring break was like.
Florida for some reason. The beaches look.
Yo, come on now. This is way more than what we have in university here in the UK, because from what whoa, on the beach as well. You can even do that in the UK anyways, because the weather's terrible, and the only place you're getting a beach is gonna be cold. Look at that. Whoa.
It's scary. Whoa. Florida also just so happens to be like a giant nursing home. I said Arizona.
That's insane to me though, guys. Like, I can't. You guys, if any of you guys watching this have ever experienced that, like, let me know. I'm trying to see what it's like.
Great spring break migration in which half the country just flocks to Florida for some reason. The beaches look like that. It's scary. Florida also just so happens to be like a giant nursing home. I said Arizona had a lot of retirees, but I mean Florida is like on a whole other tier.
Insert cash.
This guy is funny.
And also, I've got good news. You know, if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, a wanted criminal, or a Waffle House enthusiast, Florida's the state for you. I mean, there's so much going on in this one state. You've got like half the population of Cuba living there. In Miami, you've also got like Russian billionaires probably. And then in Orlando, you got Disney World, which is like its own country. Or is it Disneyland? I don't even know which one's in Florida.
A lot is going on in Florida.
I'm not crazy. All the Disney adults can lay off the comments. I saw you going to type something with your Cheeto dust covered fingers. And then there's just alligators like everywhere, apparently. The Everglades. Sometimes they get in people's houses. I don't know how that happens. The Florida Panhandle is basically just an extension of Alabama. And then there's Tampa, which is kind of normal. Tampa's normal until your house gets washed away every year by a freaking hurricane. Florida's kind of crazy, but it is also cool. You know, it's nice to go on vacation there, except for when you do it 17 times in a row, like many American families have. Not to put on the tin hat over here, but I'm pretty sure it's Florida behind the whole, oh, skibbity Ohio, only in Ohio stuff online, okay? Because I can tell you from experience, there ain't shit happening in Ohio, okay? It's Florida. Florida's the culprit here. Florida's the one we got to point our fingers at. I think Florida is using Ohio as a human shield, a scapegoat. Georgia.
Oh, okay. We just go to that. What you said about Florida was quite a bit. I went to Florida, I went to Fort Myers, and I went to Miami. Interesting place. What you said about the crime, I did hear things. Some of you guys telling me to be careful when I went there. I didn't really understand why. I think I went to the cool places where they were all right, so I think I was okay, and I had people around me as well. Because like I'm like, if I was gonna go to another country, ideally I'd want someone to like give me a tour around. Cause I'm not trying to end up, you know, if you said Florida's like that for crime, then I'm not trying to end up in the wrong alleyway, you know. But yeah, a lot's going on in Florida by the sounds of it. And I'm gonna be doing a video talking more about my experience in Florida, but yeah, I missed the spring break though. I just missed
Florida's
it.
the one we gotta point our fingers at. I think Florida is using Ohio as a human shield, a scapegoat. Georgia, not to be confused with this Georgia, is home to Athens, not to be confused with that Athens. Georgia's a little bit of a weird state too, I'm not gonna lie. It's basically just the city of Atlanta and like more Alabama, like super glued together. I swear Alabama could be like 3 times the size it already is. You know, I forgot to talk about how bad the traffic is in Los Angeles, in California, but Atlanta, oh my god, God forbid you try to take a motor vehicle on any road throughout the entire city.
I have not heard about Atlanta traffic.
The highway, the motorway, the freaking Autobahn, whatever you want to call it. Don't even think about it. The city of Atlanta is a glorified parking lot that somehow people live in. I don't know what goes on in Atlanta besides the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Hawaii is easily the most beautiful state in the entire country. I don't know why they got the British flag on their flag though, but you will have to sell your entire family to live there. The average house there is like $1 million.
Hawaii, when I hear about Hawaii, that's just giving a holiday. That's giving, you know, honeymoon vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like 800+K. Okay, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Probably more. It's probably also one of the most culturally distinct states. I mean, the way I can describe Hawaii is like if you took a bald eagle and injected it with some coconut milk. Hawaii is also home to a huge naval base you've probably heard of, Pearl Harbor. You know, the Japanese tried to attack it back in World War II. Didn't exactly pan out too well for them.
That's what that was.
But they tried. Idaho is what secretly fuels the American economy. I mean, they produce over 13 billion pounds of potatoes every freaking year. It's also proportionally the fastest growing state in the entire country, which you would never expect because it is literally in the middle of nowhere. It's another one of those kind of unexpectedly beautiful states. I mean, just look at that. But if Idaho is known for one thing, it is the potatoes. Like, that is their bread and butter. Everybody knows Idaho for potatoes. Illinois is like a duplicate of
Illinois. I went to Illinois. To Chicago. I want to hear what he's going to say about this because I was just there.
Is their bread and butter. Everybody knows Idaho for potatoes. Illinois is like a duplicate of Indiana, which is right next to it, with a little New York up in the corner we like to call Chicago. Unfortunately, Chicago hasn't made the best name for itself in the past couple of decades. Fan favorites like O-Block come to mind. But on the bright side, it's got a nice skyline.
O-Block.
I mean, look at
you
all
guys
those
let me know what
buildings.
that's about.
Illinois is basically like Chicago and then like farmland. There are other cities in Illinois, don't get me wrong, but like
Chicago
it is
and farmland.
very heavily concentrated in Chicago. You can see that in the map. Chicago's got all the sports teams, it's got all the jobs, it's where everybody lives. Indiana. What I know about Indiana is that they're often called...
Wow, really? So Chicago's like the main attraction to Illinois, by the way. So everywhere else kind of like farmland. Like, shout out to you know who that's from Illinois. You telling me about how, you know, you in those, you be living in them cornfields. Do you know what I'm saying? And then Chicago's like where everything's at with the big cities. That's so interesting. Okay, wow. Okay. Like, why not spread it out a bit more, you know? Give a little bit more diversity to Illinois, man. Wow. They got to expand that a little bit.
Very heavily concentrated in Chicago. You can see that in the map there. Chicago's got all the sports teams. It's got all the jobs. It's where everybody lives. Indiana. What I know about Indiana is that they're often called Hoosiers, which is from an old Native American term.
Hoosiers?
Corn. Indiana has a lot of corn. It's one of those kind of states where you just kind of drive through to get to other states. No offense. Indiana's widely known for the Indy 500, you know, the race. So they've got that going for them. But it really is just kind of one of those average states. You know what I mean? Iowa produces 2.5 billion bushels of corn every single year and is the United States' largest producer. Every time I think of Iowa, I think of the city of Cedar Rapids, and every time I think of the city of Cedar Rapids, I think of this.
Hillary Clinton.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Make of that
what is that
Kansas.
video?
The only thing you need to know about Kansas is that Kansas City isn't even in Kansas. What a dark, twisted world we live in. But Kansas is probably most known for being frickin' flat. I mean, it is literally flatter than a pancake. Yes, somebody actually went out and did the math. Flatter than a pancake. I mean, court of law. Kansas guilty. Flat. Kentucky.
That's
impressive. You already know what I'm gonna say. I mean, just say it with me. Ready?
KFC.
3, 2, 1. In Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
We all said the same thing. I know you said that too. The state even looks like a piece of fried chicken for crying out loud. Kentucky's also known for bourbon and baseball bats. There you go. Kentucky, my friends. Louisiana.
Wow, that's so funny. Like, I know about KFC. When I think of Kentucky, I think of KFC. And I'm not even from the US. And we think, probably most Brits, when they think of Kentucky, they're thinking of KFC, not even the state. So when we hear Kentucky, we first think KFC, then probably the state. I don't know. But that's actually funny that it's shaped like a fried chicken. Maybe that's a joke that he has. But you guys let me know if you were thinking the same thing in comments below. That's hilarious. Look at that fried chicken though. Is it actually shaped like that? Because it actually does look like that. I know he was trolling a bit, but it actually genuinely does look like it's shaped like a, fried chicken. Anyways.
Kentucky's also known for bourbon and baseball bats. There you go. Kentucky, my friends. Louisiana's another really weird state, but like probably in the coolest way possible, if you know what I mean. I mean, I, as the whitest guy you could possibly imagine, reaches his max spice tolerance level when he eats salt. But Louisiana's full of flavors. I mean, this place has got like Cajun spice, even flavors that are like not food. That made no sense, but it's like a very spicy place. I need to start writing better scripts. I mean, like in New Orleans, people walk around naked every year for what's it called? A Mardi Gras. That's what it's called. Do people actually walk around naked? Is that a thing?
They walk around naked?
They're known for like beads and like people take off their bras. Does that actually happen? They also
Is
got
that
the masks.
actually
No idea where this originated from, but there's
Hey, you guys let me know if that's true. No way, 'cause America sometimes generally seems like a simulation. Like some of the things I hear that going over there, like, no, if that's true, wow, okay.
And like people take off their bras. Does that actually happen? They also got the mask.
He
no
said he's
idea
asking
where this
for a
originated from, but there's also like a little bit of a French culture inserted in there too. I mean, there's really no place like Louisiana. Maine. I'm gonna say it. Maine is one of the most underrated states in the entire country. You got views like that, and nobody ever talks about the state.
That looks like the UK.
And frankly, barely anyone lives there too. Maine is definitely primarily known for its lobster, but there's other cool stuff that goes on too. Like you can go to Acadia National Park and look at trees and water, and it's very pretty. Maryland. I got a little question for you, Maryland. Who drew that border? Maryland's got a lot of history. It's a very cool state. I think of Baltimore when I think of Maryland, and Baltimore has some shady areas. Massachusetts is where we keep our stockpile of smart people. It's a very limited reserve, but we do have one. Michigan's pretty cool because it looks like a hand. And if you want to tell someone where you're from, you can go, I'm from, oh my God, I'm about to drop my computer. I'm from here. or here, or here. It's got that going
that's
for
kind
it.
of cool.
Detroit's been making a comeback. Overall, very solid state.
I've heard good things about
Minnesota
Michigan.
really is our little version of Canada. The
I
people
mean-
there talk like this, eh? And it gets pretty cold, don't you know? Seriously though, if Alaska's like America's refrigerator, Minnesota's like America's freezer. Actually, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's the other way around. But the people in Minnesota are known for being very nice, and there is a giant mall there. Mississippi.
Really? Why did that Minnesota accent kind of sound a bit Canadian? I don't know. Is that me? Is that just me that thinks that, or did I just butcher that? Like, you guys let me know. Like, what that accent that he did kind of sounded a bit Canadian.
Refrigerator, Minnesota's like America's freezer. Actually, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's the other way around. But the people in Minnesota are known for being very nice, and there is a giant mall there. Mississippi. Mississippi's kind of just like everything you already know about Alabama. Except
One
you just
Mississippi,
take the dial
two
and
Mississippi.
turn it up about 450%. That's Mississippi. I don't need to say anything else. Missouri. Missouri's
What? That was such a quick explanation of Mississippi. All I know about Mississippi is one Mississippi, two Mississippi, and that's how you get seconds.
there. Mississippi. Mississippi's kind of just like everything you already know about Alabama, except
Oh,
you
wow.
just take the dial and turn it up about 450%.
Really?
That's Mississippi. I don't need to say anything else.
Is it that
Missouri.
bad?
Missouri's kind of just like a normal place in my mind. You know, you got Kansas City on the one side, St. Louis on the other. St. Louis, one of those places you probably wouldn't want to drive a Porsche through. I'll just leave that at that. Kansas
Why?
City, you got the Chiefs.
Is it dangerous?
Football, NFL, very freaking good team. And the Mahomes glazing is crazy. It's become a cultural phenomenon. And then you got Taylor's boyfriend too. I don't know. It's really that's Missouri for you.
Why did he
This
point
is where
that
we
out?
keep our nukes. Also,
Oh.
if Yellowstone erupts, we're all dead. Nebraska. Nebraska is our built-in cornfield. Not much goes on there, but we love them nonetheless. They
Built-in
feed us.
cornfield.
But they are a cornfield. I mean, Nevada. Nevada is simply
Wow.
put where your life
Cornfield.
savings will guaranteed go to die on a slot machine. I mean, sending Unc to Las Vegas with a button-up floral shirt is like a death sentence for the house. You're gonna lose it. But hey, Las Vegas is pretty cool. I mean, the architecture there is so stunning. The entire world has decided to copy it. I'll show you some side-by-sides
Oh,
here. This is also where we
really?
keep Area 51, you know, our aliens. Pretty fitting for the state. And
Wait.
damn! I'm really lonely. New Hampshire.
Wait. Nevada. Wait.
But we love them for you. Montana. This is where we keep our nukes. In cornfield. Not much
Hold
goes
up.
on there, but we love them nonetheless. They
Hold
feed
up.
us. But they are a cornfield. I mean,
I'll go hear
Nevada.
that again.
Nevada is simple.
Wait. So this whole time, Las Vegas was in Nevada. I thought Las Vegas was a state. I guess that shows you what I know about the US.
Where your life savings will guaranteed go to die on a slot machine. I mean, sending Unc to Las Vegas with a button-up floral shirt is like a death sentence for the house. You're gonna
Button-up
lose it. But hey,
floral.
Las Vegas is pretty cool. I mean, the architecture there is so
Yo, that is the Eiffel Tower though. See, that's another thing. The Eiffel Tower is the Las Vegas thing.
stunning. The entire world has decided to copy it. I'll show you
Really?
some side-by-sides here.
Whoa.
Where we keep Area 51, you know, our aliens. Pretty fitting for the state. And damn!
Over damn.
I'm really
That was a
lonely.
bad
New
joke.
Hampshire.
That was a bad
New
joke.
Hampshire's like our little Canada. It looks pretty in the fall, and we keep our lumberjacks here. Another one of those states, not too much to say, but we like New Hampshire. New Jersey.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people say New Jersey is like New York's armpit.
Why? It smells bad.
Did you expect there to be a butt? New Jersey is like America's cheap Temu version of Italy. Like if you were walking down the streets of Camden and you say mozzarella instead of mozzarella, your ass is getting jumped. Actually, your ass is just getting jumped for walking in the streets of Camden anyway. But I digress. New Jersey is also home to the East Coast version of Las Vegas, Atlantic City, which combining gambling and the Eastern Seaboard is like handing the keys to a candy shop to a kindergartner. I do not know who gave the stamp of
is it
approval on
that
that one.
bad?
Nonetheless, it is there. But anyway,
trying to
New
make
Jersey
money.
is known for its rich history, especially during like the Revolutionary War type times. Also the
Okay.
Jersey Shore, and of course everything else I mentioned. New
Jersey
Mexico.
Shore,
No,
okay.
I'm not going to talk about Breaking Bad. Except I have no idea what else happens here, so I'm going to talk about Breaking Bad. New Mexico is where Breaking Bad takes place. New Mexico, folks.
That's
Great
so
state.
funny.
New York. Ah, New York. The city of dreams and overpriced $60 million apartments.
New
You
York.
should probably go check out that video after this one. Nice plug. That was
$60
solid, man. I've actually been to New York
million
City 4 times in my life now.
I wanna
and
go.
Each time I've gone, it has gotten progressively more dirty. That is a sad but true
Oh.
fact. There are an estimated 3
Oh.
million rats in New York City, and they have tried everything to get rid of
Whoa.
them. And I do mean literally everything. They're even trying rat birth control now. No, I'm not kidding.
Birth
They really
control.
are. But let's not forget
What?
New York State is, of course, not just New York City, because there's upstate New York too. You know, you got beautiful cities.
Oh.
Like Buffalo. Actually, you know what? Let's just go back to New York City. In all seriousness,
I was gonna say New York City. There's an upstate part to it. Like, I mean, there's an upstate part to New York. I thought New York was just the city. I'll be so honest. I didn't even know there was anything else.
cities. like Buffalo. Actually, you know what? Let's just go back to New York City. In all seriousness, though, it is actually a very big state with a lot of nature. You know, you got Niagara Falls, and then you can always drive back to New York City, and everyone says, "I'm walking here." I'm walking here.
What's up, shorty?
Forget about it. No,
Let me holler at you real quick.
New York City is probably the most important city in the entire country. It is obviously the biggest city, and it has the most economic prowess.
Right.
Why did I say that? Economic prowess. It's an important city, okay? North Carolina.
But I gotta know because I really wanna go. I like really wanna go to New York, guys. Like I really wanna go, and I keep hearing like people talk about it's not like the way it gets hyped to people that aren't like from the US. Like Home Alone, you know, the Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Like the snow, like apparently it's really not like that. And I don't want to like, it's like kind of, you know, when you meet your idol or something, like you meet your like celebrity idol or whatever, and you realize that they're just like a real person and they're not this, you know, what person you saw on screen. Like I feel like that's what's going to happen when I go to New York. Like I'm going to think of Home Alone, I'm going to get there, I'm just going to see rats. Like I'm going to get to Times Square and I'm just going to see rats. You know, and like a homeless person pooing on the sidewalk. I'm really not looking forward to that part, but look, you guys let me know. Like, is New York should I go? I really want to go, man.
Why did I say that? Economic prowess.
Is it overhyped?
It's an important city, okay? North Carolina.
Is New York overhyped? Is New York overhyped? That's the question. Let me know.
Why did I say that? Economic prowess. It's an important city, okay? North Carolina. North Carolina is home to the worst team in the NFL, and Daddy Beast, the lunch league guy. That's probably what he's from. You've also got NASCAR and the Smoky Mountains there. It's a pretty cool state. Overall, a lot of people are moving there. It must be a pretty desirable state, you know, assuming that you can survive being steamed alive like a pot of mixed vegetables. Humidity there is absolutely atrocious, but nonetheless, it's a cool place. Wow. North Dakota. North Dakota is like our own little Saudi Arabia. You know, we've got oil there. We've also got Fargo. I think a show takes place there. Never seen it, but I've heard there's a show called Fargo. There's a city in North Dakota called Fargo. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. They may not even be related. I refuse to fact check it. I'm too lazy. Ohio. I told you about my tin hat theory earlier. I still stand by it. I really do believe Ohio might be one of the most like average representative states of the entire country. It's just a Midwestern normal state. Am I spreading Ohio propaganda? I don't know. Ohio has probably the most famous and goofiest state beef with its northern neighbor Michigan. I mean, when their football fans are put in the same room, you would forget these people live in the same freaking country. The two states almost fought over this little strip of land way back in the day. Like I don't know what's up. I mean, the beef is so serious it even goes down to a municipal level. The city of Cleveland, Ohio even has a diss track on itself that somehow manages to bring down Detroit with it.
Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS. We see the sun almost 3 times a year. This guy has at least 2 DUIs. The flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Our main export is crippling depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit.
Yo, I didn't hear about all of this when I went to Cleveland. From what my experience of Cleveland was really, really great. I went to watch I went to go watch a basketball game, and it was really cool. But this track, wow, man, insane. Like, and do you know what though? To be fair, I would say Cleveland as a state, as a city in Ohio, is a great city to go to if you want to get like a nice introduction to what the US is like. And then obviously, like, you know, it's like the onboarding. Like for me, it was like an onboarding state. Like if I've never been to the US, which like to the level that I did when I went and to immerse myself, I would start in Cleveland, get myself ready, you know, meet nice people. It's a cool state. And then I'll start going to places like a New York or LA where it's more extreme, or Miami and, you know, Florida. Like in terms of like what you can get there, you know, Nevada with the Vegas and stuff. I'm learning stuff, but yeah, Cleveland. I like Cleveland, man. I'm not here for the slander, man. And Ohio. I haven't been to the rest of Ohio, but I don't know, man. I feel like from what I heard, Ohio gets a bad rep, man. Like what is?
This guy has at least 2 DUIs. Flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a
He don't even play for that basketball team anymore.
Depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit.
What is it with Detroit, man?
We're not Detroit.
Let's not forget that Cleveland's Cuyahoga River is literally known for catching on fire. I think several times, actually. I mean, Ohio certainly isn't what the Floridians make it out to be, but I will tell you, it is still a goofy state nonetheless. I will say, though, I can tell you from personal experience that Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio is the best theme park in the entire world. The roller coasters have made me seem like weird colors and fuzzy shit. They're that crazy.
I need to go to Cedar Point.
Oklahoma's a pretty normal state until a twister comes through and rips up your entire neighborhood off the fucking ground and sends it to Kansas. And you know, speaking of state beef, Oklahoma and Texas have their own thing going on, but there's really not too much more for me to say about Oklahoma than that. Oregon. Now, I told you New Hampshire's where we keep our lumberjacks, and I kind of lied to you because we don't just keep them there. We also keep them in Oregon. We just keep the weird ones in Oregon. You know, the ones that serve up $20 burgers at bars that look like that. Horrible voice crack, by the way, but I'm not going to say that again because my voice is getting dry, and it is 2 in the morning, and I have school tomorrow. This video better get freaking views. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where we keep our Amish people. We also like to export our horrible chocolate to the rest of the world from Pennsylvania. Hershey. And I say that knowing damn well I'd inhale an entire king-size Hershey bar by myself in like about 10 seconds like I haven't eaten in 3 months because I'm just a big back like that. But anyway, Pennsylvania is a pretty big state in terms of population. You got Pittsburgh on the one side and Philadelphia on the other, with both cities trying desperately to get as far away from each other as humanly possible. And then between them you got like coal mines everywhere. But yeah, you got a lot going on in Pennsylvania. You know, Pittsburgh is known for making steel. Philadelphia is known for making fentanyl.
Hey, I'm editing now. Was that an insensitive joke? The government should be taking care of that because it is a major problem. Please get on that, government.
I'm pretty sure it's the biggest swing state, so the candidates...
I've heard about the fentanyl stuff. I've heard about it. Not in detail, though. You guys let me know, because fentanyl's a problem for my...
It is a major problem. Please get on that, government.
I'm pretty sure it's the biggest swing state, so the candidates try very hard to win it. Rhode Island. Rhode Island is where Family Guy takes place. That's all I got to say about Rhode Island. South Carolina. South Carolina is a lot like North Carolina, just more humid. You got Myrtle Beach, another spring break destination. I told you about Florida. Myrtle Beach is the same freaking deal. Never actually been, but it looks like a cool state. I'd like to go someday. South Dakota. South Dakota is just North Dakota, but with no oil. That's basically the only difference. I guess they also have Mount Rushmore too. Tennessee. Man, I tell you, Tennessee is just a state full of wonders. I mean, Memphis is home to the 8th wonder of the world, the 8th tallest pyramid in the world, the Bass Pro Shops fishing pyramid. I have yet to complete my Holy American pilgrimage to this amazing site, but it exists, I assure you. Tennessee is known for country music, whiskey, the Smoky Mountains, and the Hawk Tua girl. She's from there too. Texas.
Oh, that's where she's from. Okay, do you know, all I know about Tennessee is, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Hey, y'all. All right, don't dislike the video. Don't click off, please, as well. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay? Let's please forget I did that. Okay.
Things bigger in Texas, and they would absolutely be right. The people, the
roads. Forgive me.
Texas is the largest contiguous state. It has the world's largest gas station. It has the world's richest person. I think on our list of craziest, most out-of-pocket states, Texas is number 2 behind Florida, obviously. But it is a very interesting state. You know, it's like the perfect mix of urban and rural, liberal and conservative.
I've heard good things about Texas.
And more flat. Utah. Mormons and rocks. That's Utah. Vermont. Vermont is literally just a copy-paste of New Hampshire.
Wait. He just sped run that. Like, I need to go back to this Texas part. Hold up.
The people, the roads. Texas is the largest contiguous state. It has the world's largest gas station.
Pause. Because why is that so big? I think I heard about this gas station. Like, and it's like it's like everything is in there. Like, there's like so much. Like, people can stop in this gas station and then go into like the gas station is like a mall or something. Listen, I forgot. I heard a lot of stuff about a lot of things, and I'm paraphrasing here, okay? But this, why is it so big? Anyways.
It has the world's richest person. I think on our list of craziest, most out-of-pocket states, Texas is number 2 behind Florida, obviously. But it is a very interesting state. You know, it's like the perfect mix of urban and rural, liberal and conservative, flat and more flat. Utah. Mormons and rocks. That's
Mormons and rocks in Utah. That's all he said. Wow.
Liberal and conservative, flat.
Is that
and
true?
More flat. Utah. Mormons and rocks. That's Utah. Vermont. Vermont is literally just a copy paste of New Hampshire. I mean, look at the shape of the state. They just turned it upside down. They got the same fall colors, the same lumberjacks, the same maple syrup. It's also just little Canada. Virginia. Virginia probably experienced the greatest state fall off in American history. Like, Virginia used to be the shit. It's not a bad state now, don't get me wrong, but it used to be like the state. It's like California and Texas today. Over time, it lost a bunch of land and It's really not one of the big states anymore. It's still a nice state. But anyway, Virginia is kind of like an average-ish state, I guess you could say. It is known for being near Washington, D.C., which has a lot of influence in the northern part of the state. Virginia Beach is also a cool area. You know, it's a nice little leisurely place for people to go visit. Washington. I think Washington's another underrated state in terms of the nature, especially. Like, you got Mount Rainier, you got the Olympic National Park. Solid. It's ungodly expensive to live in Seattle, but we don't talk about that. Solid state. West Virginia. West Virginia is the most southern, least southern state in the country. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, the first state that comes to mind when I think of an old dude with a long gray beard with a little piece of wheat in his mouth sitting on his porch playing the banjo in the middle of the mountains is West Virginia, and I think that's a pretty accurate representation of the state. Got a lot of coal mines here. It's a pretty, I guess, rural state overall. It's also kind of a poorer state. You know, people here aren't quite as healthy. There's kind of some drug problems here, but it is very beautiful. I mean, look at the mountains, look at the rivers, look at the valleys, look at everything. I mean, West Virginia, it's got its own freaking song. Wisconsin, we make our cheese here. That's Wisconsin for you. Every time I watch those like police body cam videos, it's always in like the middle of Wisconsin, like Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I don't know why, it's always there. But that's Wisconsin for you. Police body cam videos, people there like beer and cheese. Wyoming, I'll spare you some time. There's literally nobody here. Like, I know it's a running joke, but I am seriously convinced that Wyoming is just like a bottomless void in the middle of the country. I mean, can you name a single person that comes from or has lived in Wyoming? No. I will say though, since Wyoming does allegedly exist, it does have some very beautiful mountains. You know, you got Yellowstone National Park and part of the state. Again, could blow up at any freaking minute, but while it's there, it looks nice. And so I hope you enjoyed my rundown of every single U.S. state. If you want to check out my other videos, you can click here or here.
Nah, this video is great.
Which one of the two. Be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.
Guys, your link to original video will be in the description below, but like, this guy, Chase, great video, man. I love it. It was very informative, very interesting. Like he said, it's very much a big summary of like these states. From a lot of, for quite a few of these states, like the overall thing that stood out to me is like the beauty of some of these places. Like there's so much kind of going on in the US. Like there's a lot going on in the US. Like the US is pretty, I gotta look at US as a continent for it to make sense to me, man. Because I swear, you guys let me know, I swear you can live in the US and technically like have summer weather all year round, because all around the country there's like different, you know, climates, you know, and then you can get such beautiful views of the landscapes and stuff. Wow. Interesting video, guys. That was you guys let me know how true you think this video was, and if you're from any of these states, let me know, you know, just some information, a little bit more extra information on some of the things he said, because he kind of sped run some of those. But yeah, guys, look, that's my reaction to that. I got something in my eye, that's why I'm blinking like this. That's my cue to end the video, guys. Look, if I shout out to you guys, I watched it all the way to the end. This is quite a longer video. Again, road to 60k, so if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And if you made this point, that means you enjoyed the video, so don't forget to like the video. Definitely check out some more of my videos that I'll be linking at the end of the video. But of course, if you made this point, comment down a blue heart so I know who my real ones are. And of course, guys, I'm your boy JayFlex, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.